Because we have a lot of listings today to go through, so but we also have a couple things. Ron, you want to come on up, and also, do you mind after you do your thing if we could pray for plastic surgery today? Do you mind saying a little prayer for us on that?
All right.
Great.
I was in Indiana last week, and I told some other people this. On Monday night, we celebrated my mother's 95th birthday.
Wow.
And Tuesday night, we celebrated my in-laws' 60th.
Wow.
Great events. You folks are getting old up there. Because we all know the golden rule. Actually, it's the real model. We're supposed to be doing to others as you have them do unto you. And this is a true story. Many years ago, an elderly man and his wife entered the lobby of a small Philadelphia hotel. Every guest room is taken, the clerk said, but then he added, I cannot send a couple like you back out into the rain in the night. So would you be willing to sleep in my room tonight? And so they took up his offer, and he treated him very kindly. So the next morning, the elderly man said to the clerk, you are the kind of man who should be the boss of the best hotel in the United States. Maybe someday I'll build one for you. So the clerk laughed it off, but 2 years later, he received a letter containing a round-trip ticket to New York and a request that he be the guest of that same elderly couple. Once he was in New York, the old man led the clerk to the corner of 5th Avenue and 34th Street, where he pointed to an incredible new building and declared, this is the hotel I have built for you to manage. The young man's name was George C. Bolton, and he accepted the offer of William Waldorf Astor to become the manager of the original Waldorf Astoria Hotel, which the Chinese are actually in the process of buying. The good people will go out of their way to help other people, and as a result, they will not only receive their favor, but also the favor of others, and most importantly, the favor of God.
Milton. Helen's husband, Milton, is having a replacement surgery. Helen Parker's husband.
Milton.
Yes.
Parker.
Mhm. Yeah.
He's in surgery today. Why not?
No.
Lord Jesus, we pray, God, that you just lay your hand upon Milton today and just cover him, Lord. Everything they do, every procedure, every decision they make, let it work for his benefit. Let all things work together for his good. Give him a speedy and complete recovery. In Jesus' name we pray.
Amen. Thank you.
Thanks.
Okay, Gus, what you got? I know you had some.
Well, she's not here, I forgot her name, but she asked me to, in the front right office, that may help sometimes. She asked me to speak to you guys. Who?
Dating.
Dee. That's it. She asked me to talk to you guys about flood reports and how they're affecting homeowners now. And again, don't forget about the flood. A lot of places agree with the new flood maps. A lot of people are having to have flood insurance, which affects their ability to buy or get a loan if their escrow account is increased by, $100, $200 a month just to have flood insurance. That affects the amount of home that they can buy based off of their what I've learned thus far of their ratios. So, yes, I did pass the real estate exam. Not state exam, but the classic thing, which I hope was 10 times harder. I have a new appreciation for anybody that passes that exam. That's life. I appreciate that. You just stayed in hard. But the new flood maps are out, so that's going to affect people. But flood reports do not follow the house. So I don't know if you guys are familiar with what flood reports are, but that's the damage that is done to a home. Whenever I'm doing an insurance quote for somebody, I put in their social, I put in their date of birth, and their name. that person that's filed claims before. You know, so you look at somebody that has had multiple homes in like the last 10 or 15 years, you know, what they have done before is going to affect them in their ability to purchase a home in the future, and they may not tell you that. So that's my job to take care of that. But she just asked me to mention clue reports. Clue reports do not follow the home, so no matter what damage has been done to the home in the past, it follows the person. I know that probably doesn't make a lot of sense, but I don't know why she wanted to mention that, but I did. So I called two underwriters with two different companies and just got that. So also, Civil is not here, but I know I've owed this her some money for a long time. So.
Oh, thanks.
But we just started that. It's a $25. I know it's not a huge amount of money, but it'll get you one for whatever.
It is awesome.
Yeah.
For every bound policy that we get, it's a $25 thank you, basically. And Civil also. I'm nominating a few for Jesse and Belinda and Karen and a few other people. So like I said before, all I need is the MLS sheet. You give me the MLS sheet and I can make it happen. I don't care about getting the client. I just realize that I know that the more people I talk to, the more business I will get. So I'm not pushy. I'm not going to interfere with your sale or anything like that. And if you have a client that's looking at multiple houses, as long as their loan is done, that's all I care about.
What's your email address again?
Who's asking that? I have multiple ones. I'll just give
Which
you a
one would you
call.
prefer?
You can send it to gus@gocapco.com. And that's all I care. I don't care as long as they are pre-approved for the loan and not just out there fishing. That's all I care about. So, but anyway, I appreciate it, guys. And I'll just I'll just put it on her desk. What do you think?
Thanks.
Okay. Yeah. Yes.
Don't live the same year 75 times and call it life. We should all be constantly changing and growing and becoming a better version of ourselves. So that's my Robin Sharma of the day. Reminders, masterminds every Monday at MREA. The 9 ways MREAs think. We started on that yesterday. We've had some really good discussion around that. And we're going to continue that next week because we didn't get through all 9. GPAR lunch is today. Please make sure that the title insurance disclosure is signed on all buy-side contracts. It's a requirement. That's the integrity title disclosure that's in there now. And it's in the document set. And Crystal is here today, and she's going to talk to us a little bit later. But I just want to make sure that I'm reminding you that we need to make sure that that's signed every time. Okay, webinars. Here's some webinar action for the, oh, that's the wrong date. Sorry. That's the 16th, actually. Sorry, I didn't change that. Alan.
Yes,
You're not going to be here for Tech Thursday,
correct.
but we are doing Make Your Business Move today, correct?
Yes, a abbreviated version today.
Okay, great.
Yep.
All right. And then this afternoon,
Is that 1:30?
that's at
1:30.
1:30. And then this afternoon, we have negotiate win-win agreements, and Miss Judy is teaching that today for Ignite. So come out, come one, come all. Should be great. Yeah. She does have some negotiation skills. Numbers, month to date. Lindsay's taken 20. That was, we had, as of last week, I think we had, oh, it was a lot less. What was it last week? 6. So we've gotten 14 this week. And a lot of those are Miss Dee Dee. Somebody's been dialing for dollars.
She was
She's ready. She came to win. Contracts written 7, and in closed volume we've had 8 closings. And again, as of last week we had 2 closings. So you know, we're getting on up there. So I have payday candy bars for everybody, and you can just come up and grab them at the end if you want. Jesse has 2. Dee Dee, Jesse has 2 with, and I'll click this next. There we go. Jesse has, because here's the thing, with Millen Down and Cooper's Point, there's a candy bar for each one of those closings. So what we'll do is we'll just split those out when it's time, or when we get to the end of the contest. But Jesse has 2 of his own. Dee Dee has 5 for her 5 listings. Linda has 1. Belinda has 1. Betty has 1. Georgie has 1. Dan has 1. Lori and Nancy Winslow has 1. And then there's 2 for Cooper's Point and Mellon Downs. Cord has 1. Alan Huffnagel, Sybil, and Royland all have a candy bar to come up here and retrieve at the end of the meeting. So come get your candy bar and we'll count your points. So we are moving up. Dee Dee came to play, y'all. I'm just letting y'all know. I don't make the rules. Actually, I did make those rules, didn't I? She's enforcing them. All right, so new listings. Let's pop out and take a quick look. I say a quick look because we've got all these listings. We've got quite a few to run through today. So let's take a look at these. All right, G2 Spec Forest Drive.
It's a package of 5 spec, it's not spec forest, it's spring forest.
That's all right.
Okay. They're all spring forest, they're all 2 bedrooms, this is the regular 2. They're all 65/9, so we don't have to run through the rest of them.
Okay.
So you can buy them as a package deal,
Yeah, you can,
or can you buy them separate?
you can.
Either way.
Okay, so we don't have to go through.
Are they already rented?
Most of them, I think. For what amounts? What are they renting for? Do you know?
Oh, is it? Do you,
We got one in single family.
Oh, that's what it was. It's one that's in the wrong. Say, scroll down to the.
That's why she got me in.
700.
Range, right,
625 to 700, so that one was, currently rented for 625.
so 625 to 700. And then, and then the other 4 down here.
Right.
So
Where that one should be.
we'll fix that. All right. Oakwood Drive. Belinda?
Okay, that's new construction. This is in Mellon Downs now, and they've started construction on it. Jesse, they've started framing, right?
Yes.
On this particular one? On this, they started framing, and so we're expecting a late fall completion date. And with Mellon Downs, we had to go up on the price because of the lots. So this went up 5,000 from the Cooper's Point price.
How many lots did they buy with there?
The whole subdivision.
Yeah, but whatever was left. Okay, and the $8,000 still use as you choose is still strong. And agents, remember, you get a $500 bonus when you sell this new construction.
Are there any that are completed to show people?
Just
Yeah,
at Cooper's.
just like Cooper's.
All right. 410 Meadowlark Drive. Jesse?
That's the Kaylee plan, new construction, in Mellon Downs. It's on the cul-de-sac. It's, completion like 60 days out. It is USDA, so anything in Mellon Downs is USDA, so it's outside the city limits, but it has city services, so you pay city taxes.
Oh, no. Sorry, no, they weren't.
277 Princeton Drive.
This is in Summer Winds off of 11. This is an awesome house. 229.9. It's huge finished bonus room upstairs with an additional room and full bath, granite countertops, glass tile backsplash. It's got a nice bar, open, kind of open floor plan. Awesome house.
Is this the same one as the Bourbon?
Yes, yes,
Who took the pictures?
I did. Great master, big walk-in closet. It's a nice house. We've already had 4 showings.
Who built it?
Coon Construction. But it is the popular, I don't know what the plan's name, but it's the popular one that you're going to get in Taverna or Tabernet. And it's got the awesome bonus room with the big floored attic space.
Plus a bedroom upstairs.
Yeah, it's a nice, Tracy's gonna say.
Sure is.
Well, that's good. 142 Put Farm Road. This is Linda. Does anybody have any?
Oh, yeah, I've got some information.
Okay,
on
great.
This is the house that she's had on the market for a long time, but she's added in the little farmhouse with it. So you can purchase this house by itself for $290, I think it was, or the 2 of them for whatever price it is at the top.
Can you get any acreage at all with it? Like, cause there's a whole bunch of land, I think that was sold originally, sold to somebody else, but when I talked to Linda about it, but is there any?
Additional,
Yeah,
is on 2.4 from Reading?
yeah,
I don't know. That, I really don't know.
it'd be great, that's like.
I've actually showed the house and it is absolutely beautiful.
It's a nice house, it really
You
is.
walk in, it looks like traditional home magazine.
And everything has been updated, like plumbing and, you know, all the electric.
Yes,
Yeah,
it's
it's-
absolutely beautiful.
it's a very
Bathroom
nice
is
house.
Fabulous, like it's bedroom upstairs and their bathroom. It's got the colors, marble, shine. It's beautiful.
All right, so we don't have to go through those. And then 4141 Big Brook Creek, Rory.
This is a little duplex, right across from the Willow Run subdivision. They've done some updating, they've got laminate floors, it's 3 bedrooms, they've changed the majority of the light fixtures in the house, painted somewhat, not neutral in some rooms and neutral in others, but it's extremely clean. The lady that owns it is actually leaving in December, so, it'll be easier to show in the coming months, but the patio's nice. It's got, you know, nice big grassy area as well as the concrete area there for taking.
All right.
It's one of mine.
Okay.
Yeah, all categories.
Sure, make it all.
Oh, it was? It's got a good.
Dan, Sam here? Okay, this is, Mulberry Lane, just in Forest Woods. Get the pictures.
It's done. We're in it.
That's nice. What was the price of it? Is it foreclosure?
Condo. Would look. All right, and then.
That is a corner lot in Washington, it's on the corner of 264 and Flanders Filters Road. And, it's zoned either residential or commercial. It's not big enough to put Wendy's or anything like that on, because I think they have to be 200 by 200. There's a small office building or something.
Real quick, we just put in a listing, it didn't make cutoff, for 6 acres and 4 lots road, 70,000. Wooded and not wooded,
Commercial or residential?
resident.
That's it.
So how much, 70,000 for how many actresses?
This is Nancy's.
I
Yeah,
like that.
this is, yeah.
Oh, it is a crowd.
Yeah, it's a, she's not selling a car for somebody. Let me clarify. She's not selling a car for somebody. It is a, it's a business.
I was like, that ain't no look like the popular sports car.
So, I don't know, I don't have any details on this, I don't know if anybody else does, but, yeah. Get some
So
information.
where is it in?
It's in Scotland Head,
Or
our shop.
Okay.
So it's a, yep, it's a shop, it says, formerly Osborne Radiator, currently being used as auto service garage, office reception area, large work bay area with 2 garage doors, display windows, separate office storage room, back equipment included.
Oh, wow.
And, yeah, $28,000.
$28,000
You can own your
with
own.
the equipment.
Wow. It's like a single thing.
That's,
All right, contracts written. Who we got?
I got one.
Okay,
I can't remember the actual street number, but I know it's Humphrey Street in Farmville. I'm trying to remember the list. Sorry, I was not prepared. I found that on my, I think it's 25,000.
okay. All right. Belinda, you said you have one.
Yeah, mine is 2872 Crescent.
CRESSET. Okay.
And it is 220.
Is this just, or is it all three? Is it just you?
No, this is,
Just pull it.
Okay. And it was how much?
220.
Wow. All right. Who else?
I have one.
Okay.
It's, I don't know the numbers either, Bell Arthur Crossing Drive.
is that the white one on the left hand side?
The cemetery.
Cemetery house?
Are you closing on Halloween?
Was it Friday?
149.9.
Wonderful.
It was that.
All right. Tammy, did you say you had
104 Casual Circle.
casual?
Yes.
That's interesting.
Casual. It's pretty casual. Well, it's 139.9.
Where is casual circle?
Okay.
Is it really? Casual circle. That just sounds laid back.
It
Sounds
does.
like you're just gonna go relax. Georgie?
Okay, I got a contract on 2555 Ralph Taylor Road in Williamston. I haven't heard back from the bank yet, but that's the short set that I listed.
Yeah.
That was 120. That's double sided.
Hey.
Awesome. Ma'am, anybody else? All right. Okay. Crystal. Talk with us.
I will. So first off, and most importantly, I brought some donuts with me. So as you walk out, you can like a donut for your lunch. Jesse didn't eat them all, but I had them. So by now, you all should know and be familiar with disclosure statements. They should be on .loop and they should be in your packets and you should be getting them signed. So what I came to remind you today, actually this morning before I came to the team meeting, I went around to all the major attorneys just to talk to them, make sure that they were on board, make sure they had our information, and they're not seeing the disclosures. So I wanted to kind of compare it to something that I know is very important to me. So when you have a doctor's appointment, say it's down the road, it might be a month or so, and you go to the doctor and they tell you, and they give you a little card, you get the card, you accidentally, it falls between your seats, and you forget about your doctor's appointment. So most of the doctor's offices will send you an email, or they'll give you a phone call with your message saying, hey, we just want to remind you, you got a doctor's appointment tomorrow. That's what I want you guys to think of as a disclosure statement. Not only are you getting the buyers to sign it, but you're using that as the attorney's reminder that you want them to use your title company. If you don't remind them, they will forget. Now, eventually, maybe 6 months to a year down the road, they'll get it and they'll finally get name association right. They'll CKW, they'll remember integrity title. But unfortunately, it does take them a little bit of time to get that remembering in their brain that there is a name association with that. So what I am challenging you guys to do is try to remind them like the doctors remind you when you have a doctor's appointment. Just send them disclosure, put it on top. Just put it right on top of the contract whenever you send it over. Don't put it on the bottom, don't mix it in the middle, stick it right on top. Because the more times they see it, the more money your market's gonna make and the more profit share you're gonna get out. I wanted to share a quick story with you. We're partners with the Valentine office, and they're actually part of Integrity Title. I know you guys are all aware of how successful they've been. I think they're number 2 now in the world as far as Keller Williams goes. So I wanted to kind of give you just a quick rundown on how they do it, and literally it will take me like 20 seconds. So Leslie stands up in the team meetings, she says, do it. Get the disclosure signed, send it to the attorney. Leslie gets in her car, she drives to all the attorney's offices, she says, hey, use our title company or we're gonna use somebody else. She goes back to her office, she goes back to work. We get the business, I tell my girls in the office, hey, do a good job or you're gonna have to go look for another job. We give them great service and there you go. This past month we did 70 for Valentine's. So just wanna keep that in mind. It is simple and we don't want to make it convoluted. I don't want you guys to be experts in title. I want you to let me do that. I just need your help and your guidance in getting the attorneys reined in so that we can get the service. Does anybody have any questions? Any bad experiences with disclosures? Any weird questions from you guys? Pretty simple. All right. So you guys let me know if you need anything. You're more than welcome to call me anytime.
Thank you, Crystal.
Thanks, Crystal. All right. Our wins, I just want to note we had awesome committee meetings last week. There was some of the best attendance, some of the best ideas kicking around, a lot of things on tap. So just thanks to everyone who participated in one or more of the committee meetings. Great ideas were shared and there were wonderful events, great training opportunities, and fantastic growth coming our way. They were awesome. I was so excited to be a part of it and really excited to be in those meetings where everybody was, number one, had so many awesome ideas and so many things that we want to do and have already started the implementation process on a lot of this stuff. And that everybody was extremely respectful. Everybody had different ideas, but nobody stomped on anybody's ideas. It was such a great forum and an awesome opportunity for everybody that wanted to participate and that wanted to have their voice heard to come in and really be a part of it. So thank you all so much for doing it. And thank you all so much for everything that did in process. That hand is for y'all. Y'all did it. I mean, the ALC members that were committee chairs had it running smoothly, and everybody that participated was just positive and awesome. It did my heart good. I went home that day and I was excited about what was coming down the pipe for this market center. So, Judy, do you have anything, or does anybody have any questions for our broker in charge? Okay. And just a reminder, don't forget to come get your candy bars. And the people that aren't here, I'll take those back and I'll make sure they get them. I'll get them put on their desk. But keep on, like I said, Dee Dee came to play. She's got package deals and stuff. I'm just telling y'all. She's got her boots on. Y'all better step it up, or she's gonna run away with this thing. So, all right. Well, I know I kind of zipped through everything today because I wanted to make sure that we had an opportunity. Couple of things, just a couple things I want y'all to go ahead and start thinking about. Family reunion is coming in February, and it's going to be awesome. we have condos rented for family reunions, so the actual lodging cost is going to be a whole lot less this year. You're not gonna have to pay, hotel rooms per night. That's one of the things that, it'll be a package price, basically. We're gonna be able to know, the only way we're gonna know that is to know who all's gonna go, and then we'll know how much those condos are actually gonna cost per person, but it'll be a whole lot cheaper than having to get a hotel room and pay per night, so.
And sunshine.
And sunshine in February.
So I don't remember the exact cost, they're like $900 and some and they sleep 8. So if you pack one up, you're looking at $100 and some for the week for your lodging.
So that's really cheap.
And they're one block from the convention center, so literally you get up and walk over to the convention center, no cab rides. It is as convenient and easy as
It's
it
really gonna
possibly
cut
is.
down the expense, for going, because like I said, we're able to just walk, it's literally like around the corner from the convention center, so, it's a pretty good deal, and we've got space, so think about it, because the cool thing about family reunion is that there are a ton of different things that you can go and do, but you can kind of pick and choose some of those things too. If something is really, really near and dear to your heart, you can go to that, if that's your thing. But also, Michael McDonald is going to be playing this year. I think it's kind of exciting. I'm pretty stoked about it. But good to see he's working on it. Bless your heart. I'll send you an 8-track. Okay. I'll bring you an 8-track and let you listen to it, and you can see what you think. Yeah. So. All right. So I know that y'all have to get to the GPAR luncheon, so I tried to zip through everything as much as possible today. Is there anything else that you?
So hang on. Can we make an announcement about what we're gonna do next year?
Oh,
Let me make a quick announcement, since we're on timeout. We had originally planned to do a trunk or treat in a couple weeks. Here's the deal. We're not gonna have enough time to get this thing planned. Okay, I realized that over the weekend I had to fit me, so there's no way. So what we're gonna do is not do it this year, but we're gonna plan to do it for next year and be able to work on it starting in September and let everybody know we're gonna do it. Because trunk or treats are really fun. I've never done one, but Tammy looked up online and got all kinds of new ideas. So we're gonna do one for next year for sure, and I apologize, but I really wanted to do it. We just aren't gonna have enough time for this year.
We will be doing like a social on the 30th.
We'll
So
let
I'll
everybody
send an email out about that, but just to get together and just have some,
maybe dress up as
fellowship
options. I
time.
don't know. We'll figure that out.
That's right. Email to home on our social on the 30th.
all right.
Filling into the house that was on there, the 2-story that's been renovated, because you said it has a farmhouse with it. Is that right?
Yeah.
Is that somebody living there? Is it livable?
Yes, it's very, very livable.
The one I wanted to check with Karen on was you can't get a loan on it. So I learned that the hard way. I'm gonna call Linda and tell her, but I don't want any of you guys to learn it the hard way.
Okay.
You can't get a single loan on, you talk about.
Right, it would have to be subdivided, because when we do a loan, it can only be with one dwelling on it. So, there may be like a bank product that you could go to a local bank, and they might do a specialty loan, but your regular mortgage has got to just be one dwelling.
So I wanted to point that out, because I learned it the hard way, and anything we can do to get that off the house.
If anybody needs acreage with one house, I've got one,
Out 10.
I just want to recognize Karen this month for capturing 43% of the loans that came through this. Fantastic job, guys. That's it's like Integrity Title. It's our strategic partnerships, and it's what's ultimately going to lead to our great success. And I just congratulations and thank you for all your hard work.
Awesome. All right, does anybody have anything else? Eat lunch at the GPAR.